dia na wasai bebia. Yeah, prophet OPATAFUOR, man of God, Erade Shirawo. Yeah, 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 OPATAFUOR, Erade Shirawo. Yeah, yeah, prophet OPATAFUOR. Yeah, but where you go? Erade Shirawo. OPATAFUOR, prophet OPATAFUOR, Erade Shirawo debia. Maya bofira na fedia menyini. Mi wuru ni phobia. Otese OPATAFUOR. Akanesi ofira neba. Oshane china. OPATAFUOR. Ode na wodi asam. Na asam so ni enrate. Esa no nyame aye no. Why they say on my dendere. Osi ujatano. Na otumo jantu mi. Okana na from peswe. Afesi ana osa nyarewa. Nasa wakane bre umpa. Eya ejuri pie bukese. Esa no nyame aye no. Ni di OPATAFUOR. Nasa usai nisi monia. Obaya chachama. Erija wihiri. Anambo su se Dubai. Ayo nyankopon sofo. Emma mu yi edie. Sa oya ne money esro no. Every say won kita radidi pawate. Yeah, yeah. Prophet OPATAFUOR, man of God. Erade Shirawo. Yeah, 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 yeah. OPATAFUOR. Yamawa iko. Erade Shirawo. Yeah, yeah. Prophet OPATAFUOR, man of God. Erade Shirawo. Yeah, 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 yeah. OPATAFUOR. Yamawa iko. Erade Shirawo. Esimaya bofira na fe podia menyini. Media mi hu di phobia. Otese OPATAFUOR. Ano kanesi. Ofira neba. Oshane china. OPATAFUOR. Ode na wodi asam. Na asam so ni enrate. Esa no nyame aya no. Waya no se on my denden. Osi ujatano. Na odu ojatumi. Okana na from peswegu. Afesi ya na osa nyarewa. Nasa wakano bre umpa. Ejira epiemu kese. Sano nyame aya no. Ni di OPATAFUOR. Ayo nyankopon sofo. Emma wuye yo. We are the money esro no. We say one kita eradi de kwa. Hey, 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 OPATAFUOR, man of God. Eradi Shirawo. Yeah, 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 yeah. OPATAFUOR. Yamawa iko. Eradi Shirawo. The Spirit of Heaven Ministry. Yeah. OPATAFUOR. Erade Shirawo. Yama, why you go ho ho? Hey, hey. OPATAFUOR. Prophet OPATAFUOR. Erade Shirawo na. Amen.
Okay, all right. You are welcome to this wonderful channel. It is OPATAFUOR, and at the same time, this channel is called OPATAFUOR TV. We actually have different accounts called Ryan TV. So in case if you are on YouTube, don't hesitate to search for Ryan TV as well. When you go on TikTok, the name still remains OPATAFUOR TV. And then on Facebook as well, the name still remains OPATAFUOR TV. Kindly go on any of these social media platforms and give us a thumbs up subscription so that anytime that we come live, you're going to get it. And don't hesitate to also click on the notification bell so that anytime that we come live, you're going to get it. And that is it. So let's move on. I'm not supposed to come live. Apparently, I told you people yesterday that we're going to meet on this coming Sunday. But I've just interjected to pass through at this particular moment. So if you see me on your screen, it's not anything new. I'm here to share the undiluted word of God with you. So don't hesitate to follow this particular page as well. Do well to alert people that I'm live, because majority of the people are not aware that OPATAFUOR will be coming live. Most of the times they know me to be coming live on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then Fridays. Saturdays like this are usually not part of our schedule. So I let people that are OPATAFUOR is live. And by doing that, you are helping us to reach arms to a lot of people. You are helping us to expand the family, the Zenith family. And I believe by taking onto yourself to advocate this particular channel to a lot of people, God is going to bless you as well. So get that and bless you. Tonight, we are gathered here not because of anything, but I'm here to respond to a question that somebody sent to me yesterday. In fact, I felt the question very well. The question that the person sent to me, I felt it. So I feel I should come and then answer the person, because I actually told the person that I'll be coming live on this particular day, exactly 8 o'clock to 9:30 thereabout. And my main purpose for coming live will be to come and then respond to the message that he had actually tweeted me with. So that's the whole issue. And don't forget, if you have any message, please don't hesitate to grab your key parts and pin your messages at the comment section for me. And I'll be very to receive your messages. And in case if there is any question among the messages that you have pinned at the comment section, I will not hesitate to receive and then bombard you back with an answer as well. So you are highly welcome, members of Zenith family, and then Divine Destiny Clan members. I believe you all are doing well. You have made me the biggest among them all. And I really appreciate you people for whatever that you have done for me. And this is OPATAFUOR. I remain the viceroy for the great Yahweh on this particular realm. So stay tuned. Let me quickly go to the comment section and read some of the messages that some of you have pinned at the comment section over there. We have a message coming directly from Ebenezer Dunya, and it reads, the global seer. Thank you very much for your compliment as well. If you do Nyamike Polisuman, Elizabeth Odro, Mom, how you doing? I believe you're also swimming in the pot of health as well. And then who else? Sheena, Kofi, Daniel Ato, Reverend Tidedu says, welcome back, the great white one. Thank you very much for welcoming me back. And then who else? Mary Boatma has also left a message at the comment section, and it reads, greetings to you, Papa. Please welcome. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, Mary. I believe you're also doing well as well. And then Mary Gambo Jackson, how you doing? I believe you're doing well. Mary Gambo, how you doing? I believe you're also doing well. Kunadu Mary, Alice. And then Nana J says, wow, fantastic to see you, Papa. I've been anxious for days now to hear your voice. Yesterday I was live. Last week, the whole of last week, I think on Thursdays I came live. Friday, that is just yesterday I was live as well. Didn't you get a notification? Maybe you were busy, so even when it came, you weren't around. So let's move on. Kwesi, I believe you're also doing well. Nana Jobri, how you doing? I believe you're also doing well. Okay, let's get back to business. Eric Akins, James Amuzu, I believe you all are doing well. Violence here, Hoye, Bibi Aboko, so here, Kakrak, Ebe. Okay. Please, I'm very sorry if I'm not able to read your messages out. I'm very sorry. Sometimes because of technology and the inconsistency in network, we tend to overlook some of the messages, and that is just by the way. Okay, finally, congratulations to all the NPP presidential aspirants who actually took part in this very exercise that was held on this particular day. I believe by now you all have seen your smoothness level. The one who will jubilate, and the one who will weep, and the one who will gnashes or her teeth will do it as well. But in spite of whatever that has happened, we should give thanks to the Almighty God for giving us that peaceful election. For the past years, nothing of such has ever happened, and kudos to the executive for making peace reign at all polling stations. I believe you all are doing well. And thanks to all the prophets and pastors who prayed so hard to support their various candidates. But you see, in life, what is written is written. There is nothing you can do about it. And sometimes, if you have that opportunity to do something about it, then you must get an upper hand, something beyond your own strength, and you must understand how things works in the realms of the spirit. So congratulations once again to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You know, I've already said that this particular exercise that was conducted on this very day, the last time that we actually held an interview with Mr. Osei, I took my time to explain things into details by trying to pinpoint the shortcomings of all these candidates to them. And I am very sure most of you people that had the opportunity to watch the video, now you have seen the outcome. I told you very well that time, I think 3-4 months ago, I told you Bawumia was the one that was leading, and he is far, far, far beyond. I told you, and that is exactly what has happened. On the usual base, I used to code my prophecies, and whenever that I deliver a message coded, in my mind, I think there are some of you that are gifted to be able to decode the prophecy and understand it very well. But to my surprise, later did I find out that When I deliver the prophecy, majority of you people, you'll be beating about the bush, beating around the bush just like that. You are not able to decode the prophecy. So I took to myself to give it as raw as it is. So right from the day that I engaged Mr. Osei in one of our interviews, I went raw, where I pinpointed the shortcomings of these presidential candidates. And I told them to go and work on it. But when I said all those things, I emphasized that Bawumia was taking the lead, and no matter what. And yesterday when we met, was it yesterday? I think 3 days ago. Was it on Friday or Thursday? When we met, I came out to tell you that no matter what, Bawumia will win with a very big number. And that is just as how it is. So big ups to all the presidential candidates. Big ups to all the presidential candidates. And you must understand the realities of life. Sometimes when you want to go to war, you must get certain people to support you. I tried explaining certain things and how the game called politics is being played. Majority of certain persons, they are into politics. But when it comes to politics, they themselves, they don't even understand what they are doing. Fear delegates. I said that more than 10 times when we met the other time. And I told you that every election goes through processes and stages. And this particular stage where the NPP political party has got into, if you are a presidential candidate or an aspirant, and then you think you have the support of the less privileged, that is the masses. So because of that, in your mind, you think it makes you an automatic winner. Then you are deceiving yourself, because politics is not conducted in that way. I told you at this particular moment, you need the support of the top 1% out of the 1%. And I cited that the top 1% out of the 1% are the former presidents. That is Bawumia, Nanado, and then President Kufuor. They are the top 1%. In terms of everything, their ideas should be consulted first, no matter whomever you think you are, because they have had the opportunity to lead the party to war, and they have been able to win all the battles that they confronted, which automatically granted them that upper hand to become president of this nation. So when we are talking about the top 1% of the among the 1% in any political party, the first people that should come in mind is if there is any former president, former vice president, former chief of staff, former chief justice. These are the top 1%, because in the constitution, it recognizes these people's office. And then Speaker of Parliament. You must get that. So once you have lost the support of these people, it means you are on the losing side. You are on the losing side, and you must get that. Now, I also cited that there is a 10% among every political party. And these 10% are the executive ministers. Executive ministers. People who can be termed as cabinet ministers, regional ministers, parliamentarians, and all these higher governmental profiles, various individuals who held higher positions in a political party, the regional chairman, and all these people sum up to be 10%. And then these so-called delegates also add up to the 10%. Now the rest of the percentage are the ones that we called as the grassroots. And the grassroots only comes in when there is a need for a general elections where the nation, on the shoulder of the electoral commission, where they exercise that power to elect a president, where different political parties partake in this particular exercise. This is where the grassroots comes in. So OPATAFUOR, assuming if I am part of NPP presidential aspirant who actually took part in these recent exercises that was held within the corridors of the NPP, if I am to be part of them, and I think that I have the support of the grassroots, so because of that, automatically it makes me president, then I think, I don't know what politics is all about. So get that, please. Don't forget to share this particular live stream with a lot of people, and then click on the notification bell. Subscribe to this channel as well. So that is the whole truth. That is the whole truth. Big ups to you all, my fans. I am OPATAFUOR, the undisputed. So that is just by the way. Congratulations once again to Bawumia. Bawumia, I will personally do a video for you, and the video that I'll do for you, take it very serious. I don't envy you. On the literal base, I used to have hatred for you, and I was having that hurt in my heart and that feeling against you because of how you people treated us. But you see, as time goes by, when you are growing, you need to become matured. So that's the whole issue. So there's nothing in me against you as I speak with you. So let's move on. So I'll personally come here, detailed certain things out, and channel it to your side. Bawumia, the very day that I'll say this video goes to you, sit down, exercise restraint with your campaign team, and then listen to it carefully for you to understand whatever that I'll tell you, if only you want to become president of this country. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, Unyami ayebi, Nyami shiro bibia, odi for OPATAFUOR. Akwa bisi ay Ebenezer say ya boka gu. Akadema bobi gu, because I learned at the polling station, you people gifted the delegates. I think every presidential candidate gifted out 500 Ghana cedis each. And I learned Brian Champon gave out 700 Ghana cedis. So it means a lot has gone into this campaign, not less than 12 to 15 million dollars. Yes, each presidential candidate, apart from Aduchum and then the engineer among them, they don't have money. The cash was not there. But apart from these that I've mentioned their name, Bawumia, Kennedy, and then Dr. Brian Champon, they have really pumped a lot into this exercise that was held within the corridors of NPP political party. So get that. Almost 15. If I'm not lying, they will attest to the fact that they have spent more than 15, close to $20 million to exercise this internal election. Charlie, so please, Dr. Brian Champon, if I have a special message for you, okay? Dr. Brian Champon, I have a special message for you. So if you are very close to, if you are watching me and then you are close to Dr. Brian Champon, please tell Doctor that OPATAFUOR says he has a special message for you. I believe it will be of your interest to hear this message that I have for you. Thank you very much, Dr. Brian. Enough respect to you. More grease to your elbow. I respect you a lot. So who else? Please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to channel your question to the comment section for me. And I'll be very glad to receive your question and bombard you back with an answer. Now, a wonderful gentleman actually channeled a question to my WhatsApp page where he asked a question. He says, the message that I delivered, was it yesterday? It didn't find him well. And it's as if I don't care about anybody. So probably because of that, he was hurt. And he wanted to make inquiries about that statement. Where I said, I'm not bothered about people. And I'm not moved by amassing followers. If God gives me 10 people, I am okay. The guy was a little bit offended. Please, don't be offended, okay? I am a teacher. I'm here to teach you for you to understand certain things. Okay, now let's get to a question at the comment section coming directly from Nana J. Senior. He says, Papa, please, I believe when Jesus came, he knew he was going to die through what he went through. But why did he pray to God to take that cup from him if it will be possible? It sounds very interesting. Yes, he knew exactly what will happen on this particular earthly realm, but at a particular moment in the life of Jesus, he couldn't tolerate and condone what they were doing to him. The pain was too much, though he knew, because when you read the Bible clearly, you could see that before Jesus was coming to this planet Earth, a meeting was held in the celestial bureaucratic world where the 72 princes of the great Yahweh partook in the meeting. And when they sat down, the great Yahweh raised his hands among the people who were seated to engage in that level of conversation or initiation with the great one. When God lifted his hands, there was a particular book in his hands, and an angel announced to all these elders who were seated right in the presence of God that who is found worthy to receive the book and then open it. And all of a sudden, about 30 minutes at the meeting ground, they were all silent. Nobody was able to come out to receive that particular book until when John Revelator decided to shed tears, where a cherub flew to his end to console him by telling him that, "Weep not, for we have among us a great Jesus, who is willing to receive the book and open it for them to see what is exactly coded in the book." So Jesus volunteered in a symbolic form, where they said that there was a lamb among the meeting who rose up and walked to the end of where the great Yahweh was seated to receive the book and tear the seed and open the book to read it out. It was then that John Revelator was able to discover exactly what was coded in the book. And when he had the opportunity to see what was coded in the book, this is where he was able to dictate some of the informations down. And today we call it the book of Revelation. So you could see that Jesus knew exactly what will happen to him when he comes down here on earth. But as a matter of fact, because of what he was going through was highly unbearable, he had no option than to tell God that if it is possible in the will of God, he should allow this pain and things to bypass him. But you see, as it is said, what is written is written. God had no option. There was nobody among them who was fit enough to have volunteered to bear that cross with the exception of Jesus. And he actually volunteered and owned himself up to bear the cross. And that is why Jesus actually made such statements. So get that. Please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to leave your question at the comment section. I'll be very glad to receive your message as well. So please, if you are very close to Brian Champon, Dr. Brian Champon, tell Dr. Brian Champon that OPATAFUOR says he has a message for him, a special message. A special message. I respect you so much. I can't say it publicly, but I have a message for you. Doctor, enough respect. There are good things ahead of you. There are good things ahead of you. Okay, so what else? I have dedicated 10 minutes of my time to most of you people that has questions. Once the 10 minutes elapsed, I wouldn't give you the opportunity to ask any questions again. So please, pin whatever question that you have right now at the comment section for me. Hey, now let me tell you this funny story. When I was actually at the secondary school cycle, what actually happened was I was actually aspiring for a boys prefect, boys spec. And I was very brilliant as at then. Today, OPATAFUOR is no more brilliant. The brilliancy has been taken from me. I don't get time to read books anymore. So basically, we all wrote our application and channeled it to the end of the school administrators and then school authority, where we went through processes. And finally, they gave us that merit to contest. So what happened was that at that time, I had no clue about politics. And there was one teacher in our school who really hated me so much, to an extent where he pretended to love me. So one Friday evening, this particular teacher actually walked to my end. And then he admitted to me that, look, Listo, you know you are very brilliant. When we talk about top first class students in this particular institution, you can never be exempted out. So you see, I can see some potentials in you. You fit perfectly in the position of a school prefect. So, since you are aspiring for that prefectship position, from today henceforth, I want you to behave maturely and make sure you instill discipline in the junior students. Make them know that you are not just an ordinary person. Inculcate in their heart the spirit of discipline. Discipline them very well. I knew nothing about politics. My brother, we did whatever that we did. The D-Day when we all gathered at the big auditorium. We stood on a platform to read out our manifesto to the people. I went there, stood right in front of about 2,000-3,000 students, read out my manifesto. And in fact, that particular day, the regional director of education was present and looking at how I presented myself. In fact, after closing, he actually walked directly to my end and then shook my hands and said, you, in the future, you become great, because I can see you're very vibrant and intelligent. And indeed, I was a very smart guy, not an ordinary student as how people go to school and then misbehave just like that. I was very intelligent, an extreme one. So do you know what happened? Now, after reading out my manifesto to the people, they gave us about 2 weeks to conduct our political campaigns. So you go to classrooms to present your policies and make sure you are able to pierce through the hearts of the people and win them out. When I was doing this, when I come to school, I'll be playing gentility, where when I meet these juniors in school, I don't even relate to them because I feel they are beneath me. Let me tell you something. When it comes to politics, you must use your brains. How a teacher tricked me to make me lose an election is what I'm telling you. So what happened? Now I'll be feeling bossy. I was very clean guy. So when I come to school, I'll be feeling bossy. And when I see my junior students in school misbehaving, I'll punish them. Sometimes I'll make them kneel down, because you should understand what the teacher actually told me. Not knowing that all these things that I'm doing, I am rather incurring hatred unto myself. Why? Because through the thumb of these particular juniors would decide whether you become the school prefect or not. Now, there was one guy who actually also partook in contesting for that school prefectship position. Now, during break hours, this guy will gather these juniors and be talking to them, even having fun with them. And sometimes he tends to buy pencils and A4 sheets and stuff like that, pens and stuff, books, and share to these juniors just like that. And I was feeling bossy because I trusted myself. You see, you know OPATAFUOR already, how I behave. Charlie, lo and behold, now on that very day, every now and then, this particular teacher who actually told me to become very strict, one day, getting closer to the 2 weeks that was given to us for us to conduct our political campaigns and stuff like that. Now, a teacher who happens to be an elective physics teacher, now he has sat down and taken notice of how I behaved. And then he called me to one of the staff common room, and then he said to me that, listen to all, I can see you are aspiring to become the boys prefect of this school. And then I responded that yes. And he said, and then this is how you are treating the people who will be voting for you. You see, this is politics. You must pretend as if you are equal to them. Once you play inferiority in here, hey, these students will become very furious at you, where you earn yourself nothing much, just hatred. And I said, really? Then he says, start befriending those people. Be calm and stay cool. If any junior misbehave, don't pay much attention to them, because once you decide to instill discipline in them, they'll become offended. So I decided to turn on new leaf by putting on a new behavior. And this is what happened. When I actually got that information, it was just 3 days to election. Bro, this guy, my opponent, has spent about getting to 2 weeks having fun with the juniors, playing with them. Sometimes he had to put his hand in his pocket to foot for some petty bills for these people, and they felt that guy really thinks about them. The guy cares about them. So during the election day, I know for a fact that because that guy, I don't see anything in him that they should vote for him. They should leave me or OPATAFUOR there, list over, and vote for that guy. So on a very fateful Tuesday, we held an election in school, and everybody came out, in fact, to cast their vote. Then I was feeling bossy. I know at the end of the day I'll become the boys prefect. Now, after these students casting their vote, they took the vote to the staff common room to commence the counting. I had to send my representative over there to go and represent me. Usually that's exactly how they do it. They don't allow you personally to come there, but you have to get somebody to go and represent you so that you don't turn to come and say that they have cheated on you. So after they took these papers, the vote, the ballot papers and stuff to the staff common room, after they have done with the counting and everything, this guy, they voted massively for this guy. And I don't know exactly what this guy did. You see, I lost this election, and that particular night, when we closed and I went home, I just knelt right in front of my bed, and I placed my head on the bed just like that. For about 45 to 1 hour, I was not able to say a word. I have lost an election. It's like the spirit in me has left me. It's like the world is coming to an end. It's like I've been disgraced. It's like, who the hell is this guy to make me or OPATAFUOR lose such an election? Charlie, Kamiwu. Every all na me call Pentecost, come on, and Sasso na me see me politics, a friend of politics. Soon. And Kamiwu. Hey, Ninia. Share. Kamiwu. Ya ye election ama me married da me catch you me compare boys prefect. Marry. Now, the way I miss you here. Now the headmistress in our school, It was a headmistress who was actually heading us as at then. So the way she used to see me, how brilliant I am mostly liked and loved by all teachers. Everything leads to well, everything leads to well, everything leads to well. Because as at then, I was computationally inclined. So everything was leads to well. They had no option than to propose a new administrative office and give it to me as the head of that department. Hey, Minia, Abraboni Nyezo. And today, as I speak, how these NPP presidential aspirants who actually took part in this exercise that was recently held. I don't know how you people, your body will be doing you. Sometimes your body will be doing you like, BB. Hey, Charlie, I can't come and kill myself. Why? So, you know what? On the latter note, this particular teacher, the teacher who actually called me and attributed to me that I had to turn on a new leaf and become soft because I'm too rigid for the youth, the genius. He later told me that particular teacher who said I should behave in such manner of life, he never liked me, and he intentionally gave me that advice for me to lose election. One day, I also prayed, and he died. He died in a tragic accident where he was seated right behind a bus conductor in a public car, where he had the feeling that he should bring out his head to look at what the outside actually looks like. And the driver was driving at about 180, 70, 80, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, that particular speed frame. And the very moment the teacher brought his head up, just outside, just like that, there was a pole there. And then the car crashed his head back to the pole. He died. He died. This is not, this was a real story that did happen to me. Now, at the basic level, JHS level 2, that very same thing did happen to me. And that teacher too, he died. They were two rather. One was a friend teacher. This guy never liked me. He can beat the hell out of me. I remember one day, he gave me 44 lashes. And he also died just like that. And another guy too, he also died. So that is me. Okay, that is just by the way. Big ups to you all the NPP presidential candidates. Engineer, the engineer among them. Oh my goodness, the engineer among them. The engineer among them. The engineer among them. The engineer among them. So that's just by the way. So elections is an election. Make sure you all that partook in this election, all these aspirants, stay in peace among yourself. Don't come out and spill out the secret in the party again. By doing so, peace will prevail, because gradually, NPP that we know, you people are on the verge of losing credibility in the eyes of the youth in this current 21st century. We know you people to be nation builders. We respect you, highly educated. But this time around, you people are losing your credibility. Why? Because you have allowed certain lousy and scalawags who don't deserve to be speaking publicly. People who have not done mass communication, they are not even inclined intellectually. Why should you allow such individuals to go out and speak publicly? Please, when you do that, such various individuals are tempted to say certain things that are highly uncalled for. So please, this time around, Bawumia, sit down and reorganize the party. Let the party look attractive as how it used to be. Let the party look attractive. That is the only advice that I'll give it to you people. But for the time being, sit yourself down. Bawumia, don't think that you have won this particular election, so that is it all. They have voted for you because there is a lot of work for you to do within the corridors of MPP. The party is sinking. The leaders have lost their credibility. So bring back the dignity that the party was having. I'm begging you. If it were to be NDC, I would have given them the same advice. I love you people. I love you people. I love you all. So sit down and reorganize things. Bawumia, now you have become the leader of the political party. And once you have become the leader of the political party, you can never say during the campaign time, so and so said something about me, so I'll hate you forever. Please don't do that. Now you are a father for all. So whatever anybody has done to you in NPP during this particular season, forget it. Let all those negative energy, release it out. We did something secretly to support you people, and we can't come out and say it. So make sure you bring laughter onto the faces of NPP political party or the members. Make sure you bring laughter and joy onto our faces. We are all part. As far as I'm a Ghanaian, I'm part of NPP, I'm part of NDC, CPP, or whatever. I'm part of it. So, Bawumia, big ups to you. I know you have a listening ear and you will listen to it. If you refuse the voice of the great OPATAFUOR, you can't make it. And that is it. So, anyone no. What time here? So let's get back to business concerning what I was actually saying. Where I actually cited that somebody actually sent me a message where he was, for the look of things, reading from the patterns of his voice, it was like he was offended. Now, you must understand certain things. You must understand certain things. It's not like OPATAFUOR doesn't care. I care about certain people, but not all. If I stand here to tell you that I care about all and sundry, then I am deceiving you. Why? Because I can never use my tongue to lie to you. Most of you people who have followed me for quite some time now, I believe you know me very well and how I behave. I can never make you my own whilst you have not made me your own. It is very difficult to settle with people who have not made you your own. Life is like marriage. Ministry is like marriage. You can never enjoy peace in your marriage when the other partner have not made you their own. When one feels like he or she is doing the other partner a favor, this is where the inferiority comes in. And when inferiority comes in, it means whatever that you people have commenced will never yield a positive dividends. I didn't just wake up one day to become a senior minister just like that. I began right from somewhere. And you must understand that every man of God has a vision. When I was called, the great Yahweh entrusted some scrolls into my care. And within the scrolls, something is coded in there. I am obliged by what is coded within that scrolls. So I can't overstep my boundary. I live within that terrain. You must understand that once you are called as a prophet, you stand at a very sensitive position where if care is not taken, the very individuals that the Lord has bestowed upon you that grace to go and redeem them, to bind the brokenhearted, to heal the afflicted, to bring them closer to God, those very ones, they will push you to a verge where if care is not taken, the Lord who called you will later reject you, probably because of the people you are dealing with. There are countless of stories in the Bible where, to my dismay, I see that those prophets, they were novice or a proselyte. They had not gained experience in certain things that they did. And because of that, in the later on, it backfired against those people. To which I'll cite so many examples tonight. Now, me being the prophet or the spiritual leader, I have been assigned with some special duties to perform in your life and then my life as well. And you being the receiver, I am the carrier. I carry the unction. The unction has been given to me purposely to help you. And you are the receiver. And the receiver has a role that he needs to play to receive what is upon me and what I have been entitled with. You have a role to play as a receiver. One thing that you must understand is that the spirit of great Yahweh does not wait for humanity, but rather the mortals are the ones who are supposed to wait on the presence of God. And I believe you are aware of that. So anytime that I want to receive something from God, I've got to prepare myself and wait patiently to experience whatever that I'm actually inquiring of him. When you read the book of Daniel, Bible says that when Daniel was demanding for an explanation concerning a revelational knowledge that he has had, he had no option than to go in the presence of the great Yahweh to fast and pray and wait for 21 days, which is exactly 3 weeks. So if Daniel, being the receiver as at that moment, because when it comes to human, or when it comes to the prophet and God automatically becomes the carrier and the prophet becomes the receiver. And when it comes to the prophet and the congregant, the prophet automatically becomes the carrier and the people becomes the receiver. So at that moment, Daniel became the receiver because he actually went to the presence of God to inquire of him concerning a revelation that he has had. So he needs to prepare himself. He needs to go into the presence of God with a clean heart. With a clean heart. And these are some of the things that you people are getting it wrong because of the character portrayed by some so-called prophets, pastors, bishops, evangelists, archbishops within the corridors of the earth. Majority of the congregants have in their mind that every pastor came to look for money. So once you don't give your money to the pastor is nothing. To some pastors, it's of the truth. Once you don't give them offertory, they are nothing. But to some pastors, it is never true. It is never true. There are some pastors in this world whom God has given them some quantum grace to an extent where they are being sustained by the higher realms. Their sustenance does not come from human. That is why at a point when Elijah engaged in a litigation with Jezebel, he actually fled from the scene, hide under a tree. At that particular moment, if the sustenance of Elijah comes directly from humans, as at that moment when he was hungry and there was no human present as at that moment to help him, I'm telling you that he would have died. But because of the sustenance of Elijah cometh from above, so God had to send a crow to go and give food to Elijah. So it should tell you that there are some men of God who carries certain grace in this life, who is being sustained by God, but not humanity. Another typical example was when Jesus was together with his apostles and people that he had won throughout his evangelical tour. When they were hungry, when they had nothing to eat, Jesus never told anybody to go and prepare food. He never told anybody to contribute. But rather, the little that they had, he took it, blessed it, and all of a sudden there was a miracle, an instantaneous miracle where it multiplied. This is what we call divine sustenance. At a point when they were broke, when they had nothing to write home about, within the coffers of Jesus' ministry, they had nothing. He had to tell Peter to go to the sea and cast a hook into the sea. He will catch a fish, and the first fish that he will catch, he should open the mouth of the fish. There is a gold coin in it. Who placed the gold coin in the mouth of the fish? Who placed a gold coin in the mouth of the fish? It is humans who needs God. It is not God who needs human. So sometimes when the Spirit of God descends upon us, we might behave in a weird ways, which will be characterized by you people as arrogance. But in reality, that is not how it is. God doesn't need anything from humans. It is humans who actually need God's help. Without the breath of life that he has breathed into us, when he decides to take the breath, we will die. So we need him to survive. In as much that you don't believe in the existence of God, doesn't mean you don't need him. You need him. But it's just that the God of this world has decided to blind your understanding. That is why you don't believe in your creator. The world actually came into existence through the help of somebody. There was nothing like a big bang where things metamorphosed into what currently we are experiencing. Somebody, a powerful being, beyond all beings, through that being's grace, came into an existence what we are experiencing. So, looking at how mighty and how powerful that being is, humans are to prepare every now and then and wait for the presence of that particular being. So, as how I've narrated, being it that me being the carrier when it comes to human, and then me, I'm the carrier, you are the receiver. So me being the carrier and the receiver, who is supposed to wait for the other? Who is supposed to be honored? Who is supposed to be honored? The way some of you people, you talk to some men of God, sometimes what we go through, we can't use our mouth to say it. I'm telling you, before the gospel truth, what we go through, we can't tell some of you people. But going through all this to receive from God, to become a carrier, to impact or transfer onto you, if you tend to disrespect me, how do you think I will feel? It's like giving birth to your own child and making everything possible for your child, and yet still this particular child goes about disrespecting and having no regard for you. How would you feel? And that is the realities of life. When God calls you, he has put you into a sensitive position where there is a possibility that God will reject you, and humans will also reject you as well. Sometimes the cross that some people are supposed to carry, we men of God, we tend to carry those crosses on the behalf of those people. And after lifting those burdens on their shoulders for them to enjoy life, so that you will burden yourself with that cross, this particular person will still go about to disrespect you. Jesus told me to bring sheep, but not goats. So when I tell you I care about all of you, I'm lying. And even among the sheep, he was very decisive. He gave us a precise type of sheep that we should bring. It's not every sheep that you can bring to Christ. You must understand that. You must understand that. There are some people, no matter what you will do, you can never please them. When you die on Monday's morning, there are people who will complain that, why is it that Sunday we were dead the whole day, didn't die? We have squandered all our money. Today, Monday, that we are moving to our various job centers to look for money, and then you have died. You are wasting our time. People will talk. When you die on Sunday's evening, still people will talk that why didn't you die maybe Monday? Today is Sunday. We have closed from church and we are here to experience what the world has to offer to us. And you have died. Still people will complain. So in this life, you can't literally please everybody. Get that? Once you get this thing in your head, you are free to go. Now, this is the situation. Me being the prophet, what exactly would I gain from humanity? What exactly will I gain from humanity? What exactly did Moses get from the people that he saved? Tell me. What exactly did the prophet Ezekiel get from the people that he availed himself to be used to save? What exactly did Jeremiah get? What exactly did Jesus get? What exactly did Isaiah get? What exactly did Joshua get? Sit yourself down and ask yourself all these things. In your mind, the only thing that you think about is, but you don't work. When you go to church on Sundays, you take offertory. Is that what you are looking up to? That is the only thing that you think. You have been polluted right from day one. Right from day one in your mind. You think everybody feeds on offertory. Without offertory, you can't survive. Let me tell you. Go and ask these fetish priests and priestess. I'm not talking in respect of these Sakawa and high-end criminal fetish priests and priestess. I was raised on the streets, and as a matter of fact, a typical village. So when we talk about power, I have really had an encounter with a higher powers of darkness and a higher powers of light. So I know exactly what I'm saying. In the olden days, the fetish priests and priestess that we had as at that time, they were very powerful. The dwarfs, the river deities and goddess and gods that they were worshipping, they can perform some enchantment and incantation to conjure for gold or money to appear just like that. I'm telling you, go and ask them. And even if the fetish priests and priestess, the zangomas, the witch doctors, can conjure money to appear, in your mind you think God cannot do that. So some of you people, the little that you channel to the end of the prophet, it gives you that rightful authorization to talk a completely balderdash about that person. When the person fasts and prays, engage in a lot of scary things on your behalf, you think money can pay the person. In your mind, that's how you think. Let me tell you, money cannot buy power. Money cannot buy power. So in my ministry, I am very careful. I only care about people who have made me their own. I don't care about anybody. Even my family members, I am telling you today, my family members, I don't care about them. I only care about people who cares about me. That is the realities of life. Have you asked yourself why, when Jesus was seated among his disciples, when the guy came to admit to Jesus that your mom and dad are standing out there, look at the response that Jesus gave to the guy. He says, no, don't say that. The ones who are my mom and dad are the ones who are closer to me today, the ones who have humbled their heart. So me, in my life, I don't care starving my family member to support an outsider. That is how I was brought up. Why? Because I see those who have the same spirit and the same mentality with me as my brothers, as my neighborlings, as my siblings. That's how I was raised, and that's how the power of God raised me. I don't do family. I don't do brother. Go and ask. They will tell you about me. You misbehave, I punish you, sanction you. If you are able to bear the cross, after that, I'll come back, lift the cross, and lift you. That is my life. So when you see me talking and saying that, I'm not in a competition. I don't care about getting 10,000 church members, getting 100. You should understand. You should understand. I only care about people who cares about me. So you having that merit to stand somewhere, to sabotage OPATAFUOR, to backbite me, to bring me down. OPATAFUOR is this, he is that. He's not genuine, he's a fake prophet. All these are completely balderdash. I don't pay much attention to it, and I don't bother myself with it. Do you know why? Because after all, at the end of the day, I didn't come for you. I came for people who believe in me. I came for people who have respect for the anointing upon my life. That is why I am very careful. I play my cards very well, because I have sat down to give it a second thought. I have conducted a visibility study, and I have realized that majority of the prophet who had issue with God wasn't necessary out of their own personal interest, but they had issues with God at the detriment of the people who were following him. The same thing happened to Ezekiel. When Ezekiel sacrificed his life for the entire Israelite, at the end of the day, the pains and the things that he went through, what was the payback? Now you tell me that his reward is in heaven. Now let me tell you, you can sacrifice your life for people and still you will not get salvation. I'm telling you the truth. I'll give you a biblical quotation supporting my claims. So I don't worry myself when it comes to humanity. I am only bothered about people who respect me, who honor my voice. That is why I care less. That is my nature. How I was brought up. God doesn't care about you. Who are you? When you die, God will replace you. That was how I was taught. So within OPATAFUOR and God, I make sure I play my cards very well. I make sure I honor God and don't necessarily overstep my boundary, because I know I'm the one who needed him most. When I lose God, I have lost my life. So I am very careful. That is why, OPATAFUOR, I don't joke in life just like that. I am very careful. Ezekiel, upon all the pains that he went through, he was still betrayed at the end by his own people. And God made Ezekiel went through a lot. Ezekiel sacrificed a lot for his followers, but they never appreciate. They never appreciated whatever that Ezekiel did. At the words that was coming from the mouth of the people as at then, it pierced and destroyed the life of Ezekiel. At the end of the day, God had an issue with Ezekiel. So you think every pastor came for money? So once the pastor doesn't do church, he can't get money to feed himself. In your mind, that's how you think. Is that how you think? So you think God is so powerless to an extent where the people he has sent, he can't make provisions for them. Whilst even a dwarf who inhabits trees and stones can make provision, can take care of their fetish priest, their priestess or priest or zangoma or the witch doctor, and God cannot do it. That is how some of you people you think. So me, I don't care. Respect is the only code that can sustain you and me. I'm telling you the truth. I respect you, you also respect me. If you have a doubt, OPATAFUOR is not genuine, don't waste your time. Please move forward, because time is not on your side. You are growing in life. You are looking for salvation. Don't waste your time. Move ahead. There are so many churches over there. Don't bother yourself with my teachings, my everything about me. Don't even waste your time. Move ahead. That is how I was brought up. Now, in the first place, when God called Ezekiel, do you know what he told him? Because of the people, God made Ezekiel to go and eat feces, human excretory. Because of that, Ezekiel ekodiye because of nipa obeji wo nkwanti, because of salvation, because of preaching, because of help, because of redemption. God made Ezekiel to go and eat human excretory at a point where Ezekiel cried and pleaded for the mercy of God. And God heard the voice of Ezekiel within the corridors of heaven. And God said to Ezekiel that, I have changed it. Now, go and eat cow dung. I have put cow dung in place of human excretory. Radicate Ezekiel say, kono kodi toilet. Na toilet na ukodino. Ezekiel hana ne raho. Toilet ne so onko public toilet no onko titibi no onfani. Enya rehosem. Eduru mire bi no. Ezekiel esu inse toilet ne bondodo. And then Raddy say, okay, say sana dia and you onko di nantwie bi. Onipa timi kwa amane we mu nyina na odi asa obi yare. No asa gina baabi no adi watem asese okwase aka ho no okọ osi sa nipa we me sole a me nso a onkonu antuma betiri so na me sole a me nsu because of wonti. Now, on a second note, because of the people, God made Ezekiel to sleep on his one side for 390 days. How many days make up 1 year? 365 days make 1 year. 366 makes a leap year, right? Now check it out. So it is 1 year 40 days. Yes, closer to 1 year 40 days. Ezekiel had to sleep on his one side. Urade catch Ezekiel say ubetimi agi sa nkrofo we mu a ubedi toilet sa 390 days. And na ahasani aduokro na uwia ubeda wo nkyemu sei. Now ye we nyina de many pe wi anu asa di wa tell say elunti opatafuo me bother myself me have me me pray. I am very relaxed because I'm in a comfortable lead NDC moto. The saddest aspect of it is that now Ezekiel doing all these things after coming out successfully, Ezekiel went out to go and seek a beautiful woman's hand in marriage. And Ezekiel marrying the woman, they have not even yet given birth. Then God comes down one day and tell Ezekiel that, Ezekiel, because of the people, let me kill your wife and use your wife as a scapegoat. Let me kill your wife. And not even about killing the wife, but God told Ezekiel that when I kill your wife, don't weep, don't wear black. Make sure you put on a smiling face. And imagine your wife kicking the bucket and you going out with a smiling face. How would people think about you? And the people in that vicinity started attacking Ezekiel. But these things actually happened because of the people. God killed the wife of Ezekiel. He used stroke to kill a beloved wife of Ezekiel. A beautiful wife of Ezekiel. Ezekiel nearly fainted, but he heeded his voice, his ears to the voice of God. Let's see something. Ezekiel, let's see something from the Bible. Let's see something from the Bible. Let's see something from the Bible. Ezekiel 24 verse 16. If you have your Bible, let's check it out. Ezekiel 24 verse 16. Oh, Bible be Ezekiel 24 verse 16. Na me kyerɛ wade. Ezekiel 24 verse 16. Ubetima throw quotation in the egu comment section. Or say, I'm reading the English version, Ezekiel 24 verse 16. 16 to 20. I'm reading. It says, Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thy eyes with a stroke, yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down. Forbear to cry, make no mourning for the dead. Bind the tie of thy head upon thee, and put on thy shoes upon thy feet, and cover not thy lips, and eat not the bread of men. So I spake unto the people in the morning, and at evening my wife died. My wife died. God killed the wife of Ezekiel because of the people. And what did the people do to Ezekiel? If I am to read the Bible and tell you the end of Ezekiel, you'll be shocked. And you think I should kill myself because I have a reward in heaven. You are funny. Check the Bible. Ezekiel rendered all this sacrifice. What did he get in return? Tell me. The Nipana okobwa womono. Omua ne besa pia wa manyankopon adome. Omu wi ano matwe omo ho. Mu de adifo bebre ntime men ha me ho. Unia wo se ujimi di am yanko unjimi di abasa get out. Untimi nkumi hu anasa me de who are you? Now, let's see something. Ezekiel chapter 4. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 9. If you have the Bibles with you, let's see something. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 9. This is it. This is it. You can read the Bible. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 9. This is it. It says, Take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fishes, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof, according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. Wait, Nyankopon so on the toilet. On the toilet. Enipa manti o. Enipa manti. On the toilet. Sa 390 days. Na on done fa ko say. Na wo ye we nyina manipa. Na wa sa gina baby sa nipa nti o. Obesa me di watem no agu anim ase. Ezekiel chapter 12 verse Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 12 to 15. Bacho Bible funny enko. Now cross check it at the comment section. Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 12 to 15. Listen to what God told Ezekiel because of the Israelite. He says, "And thou shalt eat it as belly cakes, and thou shalt take it with dank." The part of dank, unimasichere. Mamin kai verse 2 man. Ewo twi, mu am wo twi no say. Na dinu atoko ofamu wo de sebie a efiri onipa mu atoto won anim. Ote. O say kokko fa nipa toilet. Na bo ne di. Ewurade ma ni di toilet. Afi eni adadianan Israel fo nti. Na mu wie ya masa yi ni boni aye ese Ezekiel ye this way there ama Nyankopon Ezekiel nya problem ama heaven kra no enko anya ankobi ye prophet ba ko ne sword nsa ko intercede ni man no your Bible ni that is it but toilet no hu na hu e wo man na say enim. Now verse 15. When you read the verse 14, Ezekiel went to God to apologize and tell God to have mercy because he had never eaten something of that sort. And God said, "I've taken human feces and replaced it with cow dung." And this is it, verse 15. He says, "Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cow dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread with it." So we see untimi ndi enipa toilet dia. And ye kope pano sam nefa efra toilet no nantwie toilet no nedi afe o kaze me kume ho you funny, you don't know me, you don't know. So we ye me dia me so me ya odia bibie ni hono ma me obi si wo pe no asase we so amintimi mfama no. I can get you closer to God. I can get you closer to God. Oh, yeah, media. Mesume ya odia. But I want me fake me da. Isaiah 20 verse 2. Isaiah chapter 20 verse 2. Look at what Isaiah went through. Because of the Israelite, Isaiah went on naked for so many days. God said, "Don't wear pants. Use your manhood." Mamin country Israel fonti Ewurade ka kira Isaiah say e ma ne share supporter e ma ne share tale ma ne share mpaboa onfa 7 ne bema kra ne say onfa ne koti ene nam Israel mamu sa na mbo nanim na monko sa Isaiah tue su mo say Ewurade odifo de me da ye sa akwankyere we so o yare go and do it wa ya mekum Israel fonti o ye sa akwankyere we ewie na Israel fo nyina say twetwe say wa bodam nyame na tua de ka because okoji eduru. This is it. I am reading it. Isaiah chapter 20 verse 3 says, "At the same time spake the Lord by Isaiah the son of Amos, saying, Go and loose the sackcloth from off thy loins, and put off thy shoe from the foot. And he did so, walking naked and barefoot. And the Lord said, Like as my servant Isaiah had walked naked and barefoot 3 years, for a sign of and wonder upon Egypt and upon Ethiopia." 3 years Isaiah and 3 years no one shall support and cut it that so Israel fonti no young and one dear no oji wo mu ni nyina om so wa bodam nya metua ne ka OPATAFUOR me yimi cut into so ansa na wa jimi edi anasa dey masa. Now Moses fed his followers with manna from heaven. He partitioned the Red Sea, did a lot of miracles. At the end of the day, because of the same Israelite, he lost salvation. If hadn't been the intervention of the great prophet, this man would have died. Go and read Jude chapter 1 verse 9. The same thing. Was it not Joshua who prayed to suspend the sun in the atmosphere until what he was doing was completed? Go and read Zechariah chapter 3. You see that Joshua didn't go to heaven, but he didn't do anything. But the reasons why he didn't go to heaven was because the people of Israelite triggered his emotion and he overreacted in the presence of God. Master, bye bye. Entimental obia. Me say you OPATAFUOR dia. Afi mema uska. Bye bye.